Hey, how's it going, guys? Welcome to Rant and Chill. On this channel, I like to rant, I like to chill. Here we chill and talk about baby metal. You like baby metal stuff? I love baby metal stuff. A huge baby metal fan. I have so many videos on the channel related to baby metal. Talk about all their songs, every single song that I've done a reaction to. I've done interesting videos saying, hey, what baby metal song would be good for a certain video game, or what baby metal song would be best for New Year's Eve, things like that. Okay, definitely check it out. Now, what we talk about here is, we're talking about the Baby Metal Returns, the other one. We're talking about the WOWOW broadcast. I was lucky to get access to that. Thank you so much. Not gonna say who gave me that, but I definitely appreciate it. Can't show you anything of that I saw because I'm used to strike this video down, and rightfully so, because it's their content. That's how my position. Okay. Now, with that said, there is something that was not in that stream. That was Blu-ray exclusive, and that would be the Doki Doki morning performance with the Chibi Baby Metal, which is the subunit of Baby Metal of like the new girls. Very interesting time for Baby Metal, right? We have a subunit within Baby Metal. Kind of cool. I like that. It's part of this whole Metalverse thing. It's going to be really big and expensive. I think I get it. I understand what Kobe wants to do with this. And I'm along with the ride. I trust him on this. I trust him. He wants to make an expansive thing with Baby Metal. And I think he can do it. I really think he can. Okay. Now, so what was it like? Because you're going to be able to get this on a Blu-ray and DVD. Probably just Blu-ray. But, I don't know who has DVD players anymore. But you'll be able to definitely get it on Blu-ray. Well, once it's available, you should definitely get it. You should definitely get it. That's what I'll tell you right now. It was absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. I wrote down here. I have my notes. I have my notes right here. A bunch of notes. What do I need to get here? So you have, if you include the encore, 11 songs. 11 songs being performed. Okay. And it was right from the beginning, absolutely fantastic. This elaborate intro that brings us the story of Baby Metal, which, if you like Baby Metal lore, is very interesting, very rich. Apparently, there's a story that has not been told before about Baby Metal. That is the other one. And that story is about 10 metal spirits that live in 10 different worlds that exist out of time and space. They're 10 apostles of metal. Do you know what they are? Do you know what this? If you know what those 10 apostles are, let me know in the comments section. Okay, that'll be a quiz. Okay. All right. So after that, we do get this another elaborate intro of the 10 figures holding the other one symbol with the staff, walking towards the thrones. And then once they make that meet Sue, then we get the Metal Kingdom. That's when we get into the concert here. Now, Metal Kingdom, I've said this before, it sounds very cinematic, right? It sounds like a great opening track. Well, that's because it is. I understand. I think Metal Kingdom works better played live than it does listening to it on the streaming service on the album, because it's much better to see it performed. I think, along with obviously along with the audio, it's much better to see it. But it because the whole cinematic nature of it, it's really good. After that, we get Divine Attack, which before we get into Divine Attack, there's like this smooth, eerie way to kind of transition to it. I never really noticed this about Divine Attack, but there's like this element of horror in the samples that they use in Divine Attack. There's like this weird sort of a chorus of like kids. I don't know how to describe it. If you've seen this footage, you know what I'm talking about. It sounds really eerie. I was like, "Ooh, man, that sounds scary, man. What's going to happen here?" But it was Divine Attack. That actually threw me for a loop because I had no idea what song that was going to be, really. But Divine Attack, okay. Then he had Distortion. Distortion was great. Nice little segue to that. But the cool thing about Distortion, what really struck out, was the mosh pit. The mosh pit, which was the saying. I thought they said, hey, no moshes, but you know what? You can't stop moshes. You're not gonna be able to stop them. You're not gonna be able to stop them. All right. Then the pyros. The pyros are absolutely amazing on distortion. You can actually see the heat from the pyros kind of like affecting the camera. It's really cool. Oh, and then Moa had a nice greeting. They all did. During distortion, during the break part of that song, they had this nice part where Moa Metal and Stu kind of greeted the crowd. What they wrote here is how Moa could shift from being super serious face and smiling. It's so cool how she could do that. Okay, then you have Papa Ya. Papa Ya is an absolute crowd pleaser. For anyone who hates Papa Ya, you see it live, oh, you're going to love it. The energy of that song is immense. There's no way you can hate that song after seeing them perform it live. It just feels too good. It is a festival song. It's a song you vibe with. It may not be the most intense song or the most difficult or whatever, but it's just a good vibe of a song. It's a party song. It's a festival song. You're just meant to have a good time. I did really, honestly, too, with the Kami band, was the West Kami band. Hearing the real instruments, what you hear in this performance is the bass really kind of stood out in the song. The bass and the drum, kind of that Latin kind of rhythm, really stood out. It stood out more. It was more pronounced than it was like in the studio version and other live videos I've seen. So that was nice. Yeah, Megasune. Megasune was great. There's a great buildup of anticipation for it. Great, strong choreography. I like how, once again, shift from serious to be kind of silly at times, be kind of fun. But then the Fox God worship was freaking fantastic. Light and Darkness. Now, Light and Darkness, I was a little hard on. Wait, me saying a little hard on is not... Okay, I was a little critical of. I sit corrected. Light and Darkness, like hearing them play it live, it was a lot better. It was a lot better. It was insane. There's little things that they do. It's you know, hearing a real band play it, you know, it just makes it different. It is really nice. I said the zombie-like choreography is kind of cool. You know what I was saying? Like, they kind of like the zombie pose. They kind of move in that way. They kind of move like... And I wrote down a zombie Doctor Strange. Because they kind of see like the girls are kind of moving around as if like they're casting spells or whatever to keep the light, darkness, and balance or something. I'm not sure. They have monochrome. Monochrome is absolutely sick. There's this very eerie ticking in the beginning, very chilling silence. As one would imagine for monochrome, for what the subject matter is about, and that ticking time that something big is about to happen. I will say that the guitar tone in this performance was fantastic. Not only the guitar tone, but you hear Sue hum the melody. Here's what's great about seeing BABYMETAL do it live. You know they're going to change up the song. You know they're going to add a little bit to it. You don't know which one it's going to be or how much. But there is a moment in monochrome where it becomes more than just what the song was. And Sue's humming the melody, and it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. It's so good, man. Like, that's a good song. And then we slide from monochrome, which is kind of a more serious song, right, to Headbanger. Headbanger. Now, I mentioned Megasune Fox God Worship. Headbanger is the worship song. It is the cult song. First off, I gotta say, Headbanger had this great horror intro, like kind of like think of a Hammer horror films or old school Universal horror films. It had like this weird horror kind of chilly kind of sound to it. Kind of campy, but kind of cool. I like it. I like horror stuff. But the comedy band was having a great time playing it. The band was having a lot of fun. You could tell they're having a lot of fun playing that song. The girls are having fun with the choreography. And of course the crowd went from like moshing to just like absolute worship of the girls. All three of them. And then we go from Headbanger to IDZ. Great song. Great anti-bullying. There's like this anti-bullying intro too for it. And then there's like this elaborate intro with pyrotechs and the girls are running to the stage to join Sue. And it was like this big, it just brought me to like anime shows. You see like the heroes running and they're going to stand for anti-bullying. It was really cool. It was really cool. And actually hearing the song live, it must be a while since I heard the song really, because it's okay. I might be wrong here. Maybe I stand correct or sit corrected. Let me know. And it seemed like the comedy band, or comedy band West, were adding more to the song and the solos because it sounded. I was like, wow. Like, how many solos does this song have? It's really cool. Really cool. I enjoyed it. And then we get Road of Resistance. If IDZ didn't already have enough power metal elements in it, and it did in its solos, it really did. Then we get Road of Resistance. You knew that was coming. Absolutely amazing. Okay, you had the flags all out. The crowd had their flags out. The girls had their flags out. You knew they were standing for something. This is a song to stand up. Road of Resistance. And the Dragon Force power metal greatness is sounding through the arena. And Moa's smirk. That's why she had that flag. She looked all serious, but there was a little smirk that came on. It's like, man, it's like, you know it. And people ask, why does Moa Metal stay? Some people in the baby metal community still ask, why does Moa Metal just stay there? Doesn't she want to do her own thing? She's loving baby metal. What are you talking about? She's loving where she's at. Clearly, she's there. She's having a good time. I would say before the song kicks off, though, there was this sound. It kind of happened after the intro, too, of like war drums and like a war horn. That's how you knew the song was coming. Okay, before they got into the song, you just heard drums, found this ambience, the sound of a horn, a war horn. Okay, all right, we're getting our units together. We're getting our infantry together. Okay, our columns or whatever. Which is kind of interesting because you saw how the crowd was like organized. It was almost as if it was like columns of infantry around them. It was really cool. I think the comedy band definitely took liberties with the song. They really did. There was a whole thing at the end, towards the end, where it's like they're just going, they're just playing whatever they want, sort of within the framework of the song, right? They're having a lot of fun with it. Then we have The Legend, which is kind of an encore. Really good. Really good. Then we have our apostles back out there in that song. They're now dressed in white robes. There is, I said sounds. I wrote down sounds better live. Sounds better. Oh, definitely sounds a lot better live. 100%. You got Fog on the platform. You got two different platforms, and like Sue and Moa are on two different platforms on this one. They kind of formed the two rings. At the saxophone solo. Didn't see if they actually played a real saxophone. Probably not, but I would like to believe. And then we had our outro. The whole outro thing with the coffins, with Stu and Moa walking to the coffin, and then the mysterious figure, which we find out who it is, walking to her coffin, which if I would have saw that footage too live, I'd be like, oh yeah, it's definitely Moa Metal. Definitely. It looked like her. Come on. You see her so much, it's like, yeah, that's her. That's her. But the thing about that was the hype up for the Metalverse, which I haven't checked lately. Last time I checked, Metalverse is the domain is being used by some AI band. Don't get me started on that. First of all, I don't know anything really about that, but I guess music created by AI, an AI metal band. Okay, well, I mean, but the metalverse, as far as Bay Metal goes, has me pretty excited because it's like, okay, we have this idea, this long-term plan. What all sorts of good stuff come out from that, you know. I'm hopeful for that. I think it'd be great. All right, so that's what I thought. So obviously, some of you guys probably already seen this. We probably already talked about it before because it's the Bay Metal live performance from the Mukahari Messe. But you know, if you want to see it live, or if you want to see what that performance was, you're going to see it on Blu-ray. I would highly recommend you get that. So highly recommend you get the Blu-ray for that, 100%. And I do appreciate I was able to sample it and check it out. And the only thing I missed was the Doki Doki Morning, which I'm sure was something out of this world, you know. But you'll be able to see it. You'll be able to see that if you get the Blu-ray. So definitely get that. With that said, you take it easy and have a good one.